Hi guys, welcome back to Falafel React. Thank you so much for being here. On this channel, we react to gorlworld content, so famously Amberlyn Reed, Foodie Beauty, Life Plus Cindy, and some other girls. And our girls have been entrenched in scams, scandals, mainly scams. Right now, we are knee deep in a $10,000 scam, courtesy of Foodie Beauty Chantal. So this has kind of opened up a whole new world for me. I'm very into scams right now, into uncovering, exposing, and shaming, name and shame these online scammers. And as part of this, as part of the series, I guess, which I feel like will never end, unfortunately, I want to thank one of the commentators from my videos who suggested I look into this individual that I knew nothing about. Okay. This person is called Darksydephil. He is a man who is like, I guess in his mid 40s, early 50s. He has a long history of supreme grifting, begging online, a lot of e-begging, a lot of yelling, a lot of cussing out, a lot of being very angry with his audience if they don't give him money online, if they don't meet the targets that he set up. And not gonna lie, he's a lot like Chantal, okay? The similarity was kind of insane. He's kind of like the male Chantal. And I feel like if and when she does leave Salah, maybe they can connect, maybe they can meet up. As far as I know, he is New England based. And so that's not that far from Canada. So listen, some people, some of the haters, you know what they tell me? Like, why are you focusing on the negativity? Why are you like so angry, worked up in your videos? Do you not understand that I could be a matchmaker right now? Do you not understand that I could be matchmaking Darksydephil and Foodie Beauty right now? First of all, I'm gonna make my claim. I'm gonna prove, like, you know, I'm gonna defend my claim, but age appropriate, has a job. Okay, he's a grifter and a scammer, has a job. They have so much in common. They're both grifters and scammers. Yes, they are. Has had a history of inappropriate sexual things online. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Listen, you guys, it could actually work, okay? They're also both not at all easy on the eyes. Come on. Come on. Are you guys seeing this? I'll try. I guess first what I want to do is give a background to this individual, and I need you guys to understand, I did not know about the existence of this person until a few weeks ago, and there's a lot of lore, and I'm not a gamer. I don't really play games like that. So I might be leaving out a lot of stuff. This is not the most verifiable. This is just what I gathered from the internet, from watching some videos and researching and all that. Okay, so I'm going to give just a general background as to who he is. And then we are going to get into reacting to some compilations of him because, like I said, he is a gamer. He's a Twitch streaming gamer. I think he also does YouTube. And I'm not going to sit through like 15 hours of gaming content about games I don't care about. Usually you don't need to watch that much of him from what I've gathered to see him like absolutely crash out on live stream begging for money. But even so, there's a great, and I want to point you guys to a great compilation slash kind of like reaction channel of his content that I will be reacting to. I'm only going to be reacting to some of their older videos because I just want to be respectful of like their views and all that kind of stuff. And I also will link everything that I react to. Yeah, so let me do the background first. Based on what I gathered, Darksydephil is a YouTuber, also known as DSP. That's one of his other online aliases. His real name is Phil Burnell. He, I guess, is Connecticut, New England based. And he started off, I guess, being very interested in games. He would play Street Fighter. He was very much into that in like the early 2000s. And 2007, he created his YouTube channel, Darksydephil, where he started posting Street Fighter content and commentary. And he stood out in the community because he was very brash. He was unfiltered. And he called himself the King of Hate, I guess, because he would try to like use the hate of others as a motivation to keep putting out content or something like that. I don't know. The King of Hate. In 2010, this was kind of a big moment for his channel because he lost his office job, and that's when he decided to do YouTube full time. And that's when his popularity kind of soared with daily Let's Plays, walkthroughs, reviews. So 2007 to 2010 was kind of his start and his rise to popularity. Between the years 2013 and 2015, a meme series began about him where it would mock his gameplay and his commentary. I guess in the gaming world, he was like not that much of a, he wasn't that good of a gamer. I don't know, you guys, I don't know. This is just what I've researched. And people started putting out memes, I guess, titled, "This is how you don't play a game." Although the biggest controversy during that time was in 2015 when he made a Patreon page, even though for years before that, he was criticizing other creators for asking for money from fans. And so people were like, oh, wait, you're a hypocrite. Like the famous incident. Remember when I said earlier that him and Chantal have like something in common as it relates to like sexual stuff? On May 1st, 2016, there was an infamous incident where he was accidentally caught on live stream pleasuring himself, I guess before he started streaming or something like that. I don't even know how that can happen. How can you do that accidentally? I mean, it was 2016, okay? The technology couldn't have been that archaic. I don't know. I did see some people speculating whether it was an accident or not, but it is what it is, okay? That became a meme. That, yeah, it kind of like settled him as a YouTube gamer, streamer that is not without his controversies. Since then, there's been a lot of content about him and all of his previous problematic behavior, his shadiness, how he's been like tone deaf, how he like all the e-begging, the money issues, all the feuds he's had. And in 2019, I believe 2019 or 2020, he files for bankruptcy, and it actually reveals that he owes a large amount of credit card and tax debt, which was kind of interesting because in one of the clips I saw from him, he made this ridiculous claim that like no one, like he pays more taxes than or he's like better at filing taxes than 99% of everyone on YouTube, which is another point for him and Chantal being together. Because what did Chantal say? She's prettier than 90% of the girlies on YouTube. No, not the girlies. She said she's prettier than 90% of YouTube, period. Man and woman. So like they're both making ridiculously hyperbolic claims to like hide their own insecurities. Okay, another point, you guys, another point. After the bankruptcy, because he would keep begging on stream, and so people referred to him as like the begging streamer. It's like a reputation that he cannot get rid of, okay? Like that's just what he's known for now. Once again, another similarity to Chantal, because what do? They get into bad financial situations and then they want to be bailed out, okay? Like, no, I am not Congress in 2008. I'm not gonna bail you out. So the first channel that I want to highlight is DSP Tries It, Memology 101. I just want to shout them out and encourage you guys to go check out their videos and look at their content. They are honestly doing pretty well. Their videos regularly get 45,000 plus views, and they are kind of like a compilation clipping, a reaction kind of channel of DSP, Darksydephil, and all of his shenanigans. So they helped me a lot with my research and my exposure. So I will also be linking them in the description box down below. And that is what we're starting with. Right now, I'm looking at a video that was published December 22nd, 2021. So again, this would have been after he would have declared bankruptcy, the publication of this video. And this is titled DSP Meme Compilation Volume 1. It's 8 minutes and 31 seconds. And something tells me it's going to be a roller coaster for the entirety of 8 minutes and 31 seconds.
A $5 tip from someone insulting me horribly, and they think I'm going to read their message, but actually what I'm going to do is say, your $5 is mine forever, and add it to the total.
He does this a lot. So I guess first of all, what you're looking at is him playing, is this Stardew Valley? Maybe this is Stardew Valley. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And he'll have his screen here. So like he's streaming his gameplay, and you can see up top that he always sets a goal. You see the tips goal. So far his goal for his stream is $100, and he reached $12. And I don't understand the psychology of people that contribute to someone that's actively like yelling at them and harassing them, but that's what often happens. He also will like put his viewers in a situation where they owe him money, where he's like, well, last week I played this game that you guys really wanted to see me play. And you guys never paid me for it, so pay me. So imagine if, like, you know how I do like live streams? Imagine if I did a live stream, it was done, whoever was in the live chat was in the live chat, whoever watched on replay. And then in my next live stream, I'm like, you guys, well, last live stream I gave you guys a really good reaction, so you guys owe me. And you would be like, what are you talking about? Like, we're not gonna retroactively pay you for anything. Matter of fact, why would we pay you for anything when you're yelling at us to begin with? Like, that's what he does. It's like a very strange dynamic that he has with his viewers, but I don't understand it. But I feel like the only person that would understand it is Chantal Marie. So let's focus on him, I guess. Mind you, this man is like in his 40s. Okay, he's in his 40s. So another point, I think I said he was in his 50s, and I misspoke. He's in his early to mid 40s, so also age appropriate. I mean, in terms of like physical body and aging and times on the earth, he is the same age as Chantal. Mentally, they're also the same age. They're not like the mentally in their 40s. So another you guys, I don't even think this is a reaction video. I think this is like me trying to set her up with her future man.
Okay. Oh, third, I don't have any money to invest. He's saying, if you just invest in PC gaming, you'd be getting so much more out of it. I don't have money to do 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 it. I don't have money to pay my fucking taxes, yet you think I'm gonna buy a fucking gaming PC. You're out of your mind. Alright? Jesus.
Again, you're 43. You haven't figured out that you have to pay your taxes? You haven't figured out that you have to set money aside? I don't understand, like... Listen, you know what's ruining our country? I'm not saying like it's people like this that aren't paying taxes, okay? It's the corporation. It's corporate greed. When a company like Amazon doesn't pay taxes, that's like what ruins the country. So I'm not saying like if you are someone like him, even if you make like $1 million, I don't think not paying taxes on $1 million is ruining the country. I think, like I said, it's like the billion, trillion corporations. But like, you can't not pay your taxes and then be shocked, okay? IRS, I'm pretty sure that IRS employees like are armed, okay? Like, you do not want to cross the IRS, okay? Like, you just don't. But like, I don't, okay, you are adult. You must have known by your 40s that you have to pay taxes. So like, you're shocked and now you're yelling at people. Like, you should have just paid your taxes then. I don't get it. Like, pay your taxes then.
What's absolutely hilarious is idiots who say Phil evades taxes. I probably do more detailed taxes than 99% of fucking people who are content creators on the internet. I have like every transaction saved, every dollar I spend, every gift.
So then why didn't you pay it? Huh? This is honestly worse. This is him admitting online that he knew, but it's implying that you didn't pay it, although you knew. Notice in each different stream, do you see how he's setting a target for how many subs he wants to reach? Tips, like it's very much like I am creating this and I want money in real time. I'm not saying that like when you put up content you shouldn't get paid for it, right? Because it's work, and if you can get paid for the ads, right? Like at the end of the day, when you put out a YouTube video and it's directing people to watch it and there are ads played on it, like yeah, you want a piece of that pie. Why should it all go to YouTube? You're getting more people to watch ads for YouTube, so you as the person that encouraged people to watch the video and the ads by proxy, then like you should get a piece of that pie. But the way that he's doing it is, I think, what people take issue with.
That I'm given, it's all this giant elaborate spreadsheet broken down by item, by date. You know, everything's available. All my receipts are digital, so I keep all digital receipts of everything I spend money on. It's all in black and white. Like tax evasion wouldn't be possible for me.
Okay.
I'm too thorough.
That's his problem. So then why don't you pay it then?
That and be able to make the payment that I owe, or the payments that I owe. I'm basically in a situation where everything I've worked for this year is probably not going to be able to happen.
His tip goal for the stream is $1,800. You guys, he's perfect for Chantal. Oh my god. Oh, can you imagine their two scamming hearts canoodling?
In which case, that's it. Like, there's nothing else to fall back on, and more.
Imagine the internet drama. Oh my god, because you know they would both live stream their fights. Oh, you guys, Chantal, I know you're watching. Okay, listen, explore this. Okay, explore this. Come on.
More than likely, the next step would be people will try to start suing me for money, and I will more than likely lose the house.
Again, I hate this whole like this form of e-begging, which in my Topiachu video, the TikToker that likes to like showcase her pathetic life and like use that to guilt people into giving money. I hate when people do that. It's like, okay, but you're in a position that's better than most people. You can work from home. You have complete flexibility. You own your own business. You're still reckless. Why is that my problem? Don't try to guilt. You think I care that you're gonna lose your house, bro? You're like a single able-bodied man. Okay, get a job. Hashtag get a job.
They're idiots. I work for Google. I'm smart. I'm a hipster. And we have playtime where we do fucking, you know, Pilates and we push invisible objects and we meditate because we're Google and we're smart. And we're going to have all this cool thing on YouTube like paid subscriptions to get rid of ads. Durr.
Luther Cujo has subscribed for 2 months in a row, 13 total. So for pretty much 13 months. That's cool. I won't watch the Borderlands 3 playthrough since you won't turn on the Twitch extension so you can interact with chat. Good. Good for you. Miss out on the Borderlands 3 playthrough. That's your loss, not mine.
Mind you, who do you think he's talking about right now? Who do you think he's talking about? He's talking to someone that has been subscribed to him for 13 months, has renewed the subscription, and the person is saying, I don't want to watch you play this game, Borderlands 3, because you never turn on the feature where you interact with the chat, where you show what the chat is. Like, a lot of times people like streaming and live streams because it is an opportunity for them to talk to the creator, and they can get instant feedback, like back and forth. So it's literally like you're all hanging out in like a classroom, or you're like at a party or something. So that's why people like it, because it's very community based, it's very community focused, and comments on the video are, but they're not as instantaneous, so it doesn't have the same effect of a live stream. So people that want to support their creators are happy to do it, but oftentimes they like that live stream, especially when it's scheduled, when it's like on a regular, consistent basis. I know as a viewer, I love live streams. Like, they're always so funny, especially when the creator like points out your comment or reads it or laughs at it or something. Like, there's just something like very satisfying about that. And so this is someone that obviously already supports him, literally has been a subscriber for 13 months in a row. That's what he just read out. And the person is saying, I don't want to watch your next game reaction. I'm not like canceling my membership. I just don't want to watch your next game reaction because you don't interact with the chat. You don't like put that feature through. And his response isn't like, oh, well, like, this is why I'm doing it, or I'm sorry to hear that, catch the next one. Instead of him saying something diplomatic, he's like, well, that's your loss. Like, how rude and entitled can you be for someone that's literally giving you money? All you're doing is playing games. Okay, like, let's be real. You're just sitting on your ass playing games.
Sucker! Okay.
Can we please go in the waiting room?
Sure, where is the waiting room?
Right behind you, idiot. You click on that.
You didn't have
He's playing a game, right? And so he's using a headset. So I believe this is what they call co-op, which is when you can play a game online and other people from different parts of the world are also playing the same game. So you can like hear them and talk to them and interact with them. So that's what he's playing right now, and that's what he's streaming.
to call me an idiot. I just walked in the door. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Well, if you look around, you would have been able to know. It literally says waiting room on top of it.
Wow. You're quite rude.
Wow. I'm 11. Deal with it.
You're 11?
Yes?
And your parents bought you a gaming PC? What's wrong with this picture?
Probably because I'm part wolf. You click on it, just so you know.
You click on it. Oh. Good. Now I'm away from that annoying fucking bitch of a kid who I would have slapped in real fucking life if they talked to me like that. I would have fucking pimp slapped that shit out of that.
Okay, piece of shit. Okay. Another point for you being with Chantal, because you're a piece of shit, and apparently she likes those. First of all, this is like getting really personal for me because it involves kids. Not that I have kids, but like, first of all, Mr. Phil, you're pathetic. You're a loser. Okay. You are so cringy and so embarrassing. Okay. And that's like the least of your problems, but you're beefing with an 11-year-old. Your emotional intelligence is like down here. Actually, it's not even in the frame. It's like down here. So what happened in that interaction? He's playing a game, and like I said, he's talking to people online, and then a character in the game started talking to him, this girl or boy. I don't know about you, and I don't have kids, but they immediately sounded to me like a child. They sounded like a child. And so the kid, who I think is a girl, she was like, oh, you have to go click that button, you idiot. But it sounded like a kid. Do you guys know how like middle schoolers are always rude? Okay, like they will say what's on their mind, okay? I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying an 11-year-old should be calling people an idiot, but I also don't think an 11-year-old should be online. Anyways, that's another topic. So the little kid calls him an idiot, and he's like, okay, you're rude. Like, and then she's like, well, I'm 11. And then he's like, well, why are you like gaming? Why are you online? And it's like, because my parents got me this thing, and it's because I'm part wolf. So like, obviously this is like a child, right? This is the mentality of a child, right? Because when you're 11 years old, your brain's not fully developed. But you, sir, are in your 40s, and you should be fully mentally developed. Why are you beefing with her? First of all, it should have just been like, you ignore. First of all, like I don't play games like these. I don't play games at all. But if I were to, and there's a kid, I'm probably going to do my best to not talk to them, not interact with them, limit my interaction with them as much as possible, because there's no like, I'm an adult. There's no reason for me to talk to a child or a minor that is not directly related to me. I'm sorry, there just isn't. Like, unless there's an altercation on the street or something, or like I'm buying lemonade from like the lemonade stand from like the girls across the street. Okay, like there's no reason for me to interact with a minor. So he could have just been like, okay, like you called me an idiot, like, and just like kept it pushing, dude. Okay. Second of all, he just said that he would slap her in real life, and he used the term pimp slapped. First of all, that is threatening to a violence on a child just because they called you an idiot is like, if you're gonna be that petty, like, please don't ever be around kids, okay? First of all, please don't ever. Also, why did you take it so personally? Why are you so personally hurt that an 11-year-old you have never met is behaving like how 11-year-olds sometimes behave, which is like, they're just like rude, okay? Were you not in middle school before? Like, they're just rude sometimes. 11 is 11 middle school? Maybe it's like 6th grade. Like, why are you taking it so personally, and why are you using the term pimp slapped? Which is, I think, like, first of all, it's like a derogatory comment, and I think it's like, it's meant to explain like how pimps will slap their prostitutes. Why are you using or even bringing to mind the dynamic of a pimp and a prostitute when you are a 43-year-old man and that's an 11-year-old girl? Like, why are you so pathetic? And like, can you not be? Can you not be that pathetic and creepy?
What the fuck? Anyway.
And this vest is now a symbol of all of us who never give up, who basically say no matter what gets thrown against us in life, we're going to persevere through it. We're going to say fuck you to the haters, and we're going to be successful no matter what. That's what this has become. That every day now, it's another win against those shitheads who every day tell us we can't do something, we're not good enough, we're just scum. For what? What do we do that we deserve that? Nothing. But this is what they are. They're just crazy people, and they will always try to tear you down. In life, there's always going to be people trying to tear you down. And this vest has become a ridiculous, I know it's as stupid as it sounds, as crazy as it sounds, but that's what it is. This is a symbol of persevering through all kinds of adversity, through all kinds of challenges. In a way, being able to
What is he talking about right now? I genuinely have no idea what he's talking about. He's talking about, first of all, who's us? Okay, don't bring me into this. As someone that likes to persevere, who's us? Also, like, if someone is like sending you a hate comment and saying that you're scum, like, that's not hate. That's like trolling more so, okay? I feel like a hate comment is like when someone has been watching you, knows things about you, and says something like, oh, your response in this video was like stupid because XYZ. Okay, I feel like, maybe, is that even hate? No, that's like criticism. Like, I don't know. That's not really true. Like, I don't know. Sometimes when some comments are just so heinous and random, it's just trolling. Like, it's not even hate at that point. It's just like trolling. So again, why are you taking it so personally if someone calls you scum? Obviously, you know that you're a human being and you can like just be like, okay, I'm not. So I don't understand. Like, you're a gamer online. It's not that serious. And I don't understand this whole thing about this vest right now.
to do this symbol, to have this symbol stand for something is pretty cool and motivating. Wow, he really has no shame, does he? Month to month, paycheck to paycheck, taxes. You're very much in trouble. I hope that someday I'll get out of it. I don't know if I ever will. I may be living month to month, paycheck to paycheck, begging for fucking tips and shit on stream for the rest of my life.
Also not our problem. Like, invest in a retirement account like the rest of us. Figure that out. Budget. Don't DoorDash. Oh, that's another thing that you need to know about him. He DoorDashes a ton, okay? Don't you guys see this? Don't you guys see him and Chantal together? So he spends and wastes a ton of his money on DoorDashing. Again, how is that our problem? Why do we have to pay you in tips?
Continue to see me upload videos to YouTube. At this point, since I'm making no money whatsoever on DSP Gaming, and I'm making almost nothing on KO Gaming, which I'm going to talk about in just a moment, I need you to help support everything.
This is literally Chantal. That was literally, very literally Chantal. I'm not making any money on this platform. If you want to see any more, pay me. Oh my God, this is not, I'm not reacting to him anymore. This is not a DSP reaction video. This is a DSP versus Chantal. This is like, he is the male version of Chantal. Look what he just said. And they're like the same age. What is with these? is this like an epidemic? Is this like a thing? Like, what are they, Gen X, I guess? Or no, millennial, right? Like older millennial? What's going on with older millennials?
At this point, since I'm making no money whatsoever on DSP Gaming, and I'm making almost nothing on KO Gaming, which I'm going to talk about in just a moment,
Yeah?
I need you to help support everything.
Just tag team with Chantal at this point.
Just being very honest and a heads up, I am really badly off financially right now. Extremely.
Oh my god. Someone left me a comment on one of the videos about Chantal and her grifting, and it was like, well, why even feel bad for these people? Like, there are people, like, you cannot even, like, they're just such lost souls that they still give money, even with all the verbal abuse. And I'm kind of starting to, like, see that side of things more and more, because it's like, why are you so dumb? But then also, like, people like DSP, people like Chantal like to exploit, like, the kindness in others and their leeches, and so maybe, like, that's what they're reaching into. But it's like, why even give him money? I don't care that you're really badly off financially right now. First of all, put together a better sentence than really badly off financially right now, extremely, okay? Like, construct a better sentence first if you're gonna, like, scam and grift online. And then, also not my problem. Has nothing to do with me. You see, like, how much it just, like, nothing to do with me at all. Like, I just, it's just so upsetting because I don't understand that, like, I don't understand how content creators that have a large following, have an increased following, loyal following, with people that have, like, memberships with them month after month for many, many months, for many years, okay, for decades at this point, right? Because he started online in 2007. So he has a base behind him that's been there for decades throughout all of his controversies and all of his shittiness, okay? And to an extent, Chantal is like this too. And they don't understand how lucky and privileged they are and how well they could have set up their life. And instead of trying to reward their audience, because at the end of the day, ads bring in a good amount of money, okay? Ads bring in a lot of money. And so you are kind of in a position where you can make a lot of money without even having to ask people for it. So why don't you lean into showing appreciation for that, putting out good content that doesn't involve you verbally abusing your audience? And then once people feel that connection and they feel like you are being valued, you're being appreciated, you're reading the chat, you're highlighting comments, you're not just reading comments from people that, like, send you money, then people will want to be more generous because they, like, support you, they can get behind you. You are giving them the service of, like, attention. You are, like, responding to comments. You're actually engaging. When they give you feedback, you're not just, like, glossing over it. You're reading it, you're talking about it, you're thinking about it. You're upgrading your equipment. Like, just do that, and then the following will come. Because, like I've said before, people, for the most part, like, want to support creators, and they want to support someone that they feel like is listening to them and is giving them content that they feel like they were professional about it. They're putting in the hard work and they're directing it towards the viewer's interests. Like, people want to do that, and he's in the best position to do that, and he's complaining like a little bitch.
Incredibly just out of money, not even lying. I really need your support. So tonight, if you're going to be supportive, great. If you cheer, sub, or tip, I'm going to give you a shout out. That's a major part of the Blackout streams, is our interaction during the streams to get conversation going.
That's not interaction if it's contingent upon money. If you are only reading comments that are tied to a monetary amount, then you're, like, kind of embarrassing. And you're kind of, like, showing what kind of person you are. It's just about money at that point. It's like, it's not about the content that you're putting out, which is just kind of crazy because every view, every comment is someone giving money. Okay. Even if when someone doesn't give money, when they give you a view and a comment and it bumps up the algorithm, that means there's going to be more people that watch your video. That means more ad times are running. That, like, they are paying you, but it's just not coming out of their pocket. But you're it's like double taxing people. You know, like, if you're only going to reply to a comment when someone watches you and comments and sends, like, right, that's a stipulation, has to watch, has to leave a comment, and the comment has to have a monetary amount. That's like a triple tax. Which, like I said, like, people that are doing that of their own volition and they're not feeling pressured, I feel like that's completely different. As long as you're also showing that I'm also going to read comments from people that don't give me money. Because an audience will get a sense of that and they will quickly clock you with that kind of behavior.
But if you have the choice of how you can contribute, please tip me tonight. This is going to be ongoing for at least the next 10 days because it's taken at least 10 days for me to get paid by Twitch this month. I am completely out of money, and I need to pay at least 3 to 4 bills.
Okay, drive Uber. You'll at least have a car. Drive Uber. Mow some lawns, okay? Knock on people's houses. Do you need any housework? Do you need any yard work? If you live in New England, I'm sure there are like some farms around you. Do you need a farmhand? There are jobs, okay? You can do stuff. You are not that desperate. That's the thing. It's like, that annoys me about a lot of these gorls. And yes, he's going in the gorl category 100%. They posit themselves as in such a desperate situation. Like, I cannot feed myself if you guys don't give me money. If it's that desperate, you would be reaching out to local community resources. You would be at the food bank. You would be at the church. You would be like leaning in on your community. You would be putting out job applications. You would be going from business to business. Hey, do you guys need a dishwasher? Do you need a bar back today? Like, it's dire. Okay. That's how I would operate if I was literally in a position where I could not feed myself and my family and my dog. Like, that's what I'm doing immediately. The last thing I'm going to think about is to fire up my computer that, by the way, is using electricity, turn this on, spend 2 to 4 hours streaming in the hopes that someone's going to give me money while I'm begging. It can't be that dire then. You must just be a greedy bitch.
More bills before I get paid by Twitch. And some of these are pretty important things, all right? So any tips that you lend during the streams, I'm going to put straight towards bills. I promise you. Please consider it. If you
So Chantal, what do you mean like, why would anyone believe, why would anyone believe a stranger on the internet? This is believe me. Oh, trust me, guys, trust me. Why? You're like a random person on the internet. Even if I've been watching you for 5 years, you're still kind of random. Like, I don't actually know you. You're a person on the internet.
can tip me, please do. It'll help me out a lot. Okay. There we go. What I'm going to do now is upload this to DSP Gaming. It's already 8:30. Normally I stop streaming at 9. I'm not going to do any more gameplay or anything tonight. So I do appreciate those who contributed. It just sucks that basically because this was a recap video, I got like no contributions tonight. I mean, I got one.
Imagine the audacity of putting up a stream, still getting tips, by the way, still getting tips, but being like, I didn't get as much, so that sucks. I don't understand the entitlement. I don't understand the audacity of saying statements like this while attaching it to your face.
One cheer and one tip. That sucks.
Oh, he got one tip.
here it is.
Okay, it's a tip.
It's February 2017. All of a sudden, my ad revenue on YouTube halves. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay my bills anymore. I contact Machinima, and Machinima is literally, I'm not even exaggerating, literally treating me like dirt. Like, whatever, we'll look into it, but stop bothering us. That's kind of the response I got from them. That was kind of like, we understand this is important to you, but just stop bothering us. We'll get you back to you when we feel like it. And I'm like, what? You're like, huh? This is my livelihood. I could lose my house. I could lose everything. I could go into financial ruin because all of a sudden my YouTube revenue just dropped by 50%. And Machinima was kind of like, meh, who cares?
I mean, the thing about if any of the work that you're doing is tied to an audience, but it's also kind of like when you work for a commission. If your primary source of income relies on commission or like the performance of a company, or like those are fickle. Those are fickle, and there's going to be some ups and some downs, and you have to plan for it. And sometimes that means that if you make the decision that you don't want to have a W-2 job, a 1099 job, what does that mean? That means you scale down your life. So that way, even in the worst case scenario, you are able to keep things afloat. Maybe that means you can't live in a nice big house. Maybe it just means you get the modest condo, because even if you make the least amount you've ever made in a month, you know, your 4 walls are secured. Maybe that's what it means. Maybe it means that you can't have this be your only source of income. And that's just the reality. Maybe this means that it has to be like a side thing and you stay at your normal job because that's what gives you stability. So again, like I'm problem solving this as like a person in my 20s. Why can't you? Why can't you? Like, you actually have memories of 2008, of the 2008 crisis. Like, I don't, okay? Like, you do. So don't you understand? Don't you viscerally understand how it feels like to be in a situation where like the economy has tanked?
Like, that's not the attitude to have. Oh my.
Because what Kat and I have is true love. We have an understanding because we've had situations, both of us in our past, where we've either been mistreated or had really bad situations with relationships or things that have happened to us. We know what it's like to be told one thing and treated another way. Neither of us are even remotely interested in anyone else, nor do we give a shit about anybody else except our relationship here. So I'm zero worried. Zero. Exactly 0.0% worried about anything like that. So thanks for the tip. I don't know what else to say. All right, a beautiful butterfly tipped me $1, says, these attractors are idiots. Why tip and then try to get a chargeback when they know they're going to lose? And they are. Like I said, all I need to do is link to the stream. I can even say, I remember the stream. This guy was giving me problems and threatening chargebacks. Here's the stream. You can see I talked to him and linked or shouted out the entire time. That's my part of the contract. This is, illegitimate if he tries to charge it back. And I get granted the case every time. They're like, you win. So, not too worried about it.
So he has enough data points about having to dispute tip chargebacks that he has all this data. Like, if that's happening chronically, maybe there's a larger issue with you and your content that you're putting out, and more importantly, the relationship that you have with your audience.
I love the music of this game. This game is really cool. The music sounds real awesome. Hey, well, Stabber, I have no idea what on earth you're talking about. I'm married. How can I be asexual?
I think a person can be married and still be asexual. I don't see the correlation. Like,
Boom, 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 boom. Just made it. Cannot move. DSP Gaming has lost the ability to have advertisements. I did nothing wrong for this to happen. I was doing everything right. There's a lot of backstory to it, and I don't really want to get into it in this video, but I'm working with YouTube right now to try to figure out if there's any way we can get advertisements back on DSP Gaming. Quite frankly, it's not looking very good. This sucks because it's an 8-year legacy, over 40,000 videos on this channel that I've historically been able to monetize and make money on, and literally doing nothing wrong overnight, it seems to be getting taken away from me. Fuck you.
well, it's crazy because when you were monetized, you were still begging. So obviously it wasn't enough. So, and no, YouTube doesn't just remove that for no reason. I don't understand, like, why are you oversharing about a problem with the expectation that you want to get money, and then you follow it up with, I don't really want to get into it. You're asking for money. You have changed the dynamic of the relationship with your viewers because now they're giving you money, so they feel entitled to something, and honestly, rightfully so. So, like, it doesn't, you've already set the precedent of oversharing, of crossing boundaries, or otherwise not having boundaries. So you can't be shocked when people ask for an explanation.
To all the shitheads out there who basically make a living defaming me every day with no or half information, speculation, controversial drama, go fuck yourselves. This is where it was gonna happen at the end anyway. And you made my life a living hell for 4 months, basically. And now that's all over with, and I can go back to just being myself and relaxing a bit and having fun with games and not having to worry every night about what's gonna happen in my future because shitheads are defaming me every day on the internet. I'm just done with it. Like, I'm finally get like a breath of relief today. And I'm like, yes, finally I can just move on positively, and that's where I am. I don't care what any of the rest of these idiots say. They're
Also, he mentioned he's married, which I feel like there's a whole drama with that I'm not entirely sure about. But if you're married, why doesn't your partner also just get a job? Like, why is this everyone's problem except you and the other person who lives in the house?
fucking wrong, period. All right. Done. Now, some shout-outs. Welcome to the stream, everyone. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing well. I hope I find you well. This is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. 7 straight days I've been here streaming with you guys. A full freaking week without any time away. Because people are like, oh, Phil, why don't you just take time off to relax or rest up? Like, every day I'm not here is a day I don't make money. And that's the problem, is like, I
What a greedy bitch!
need funds to pay bills and to buy games. It's not like
And to DoorDash, but also consider just getting a second job. A lot of people, where if their primary job cannot pay their bills, okay, like, let me like take your word for it and say that you are budgeting, you are like being frugal, you're doing everything you need to do with your money. It's still not enough, then just get a second job.
I have the freedom or that luxury to just say, oh, today's just, I'm making so much money hand over fist that today I can just take it off. I don't even have that luxury. The one day off a week that I take to spend time with Kat and do errands costs me. And there was a time back in the day when I made so much money on YouTube. We're talking probably the years of 2011 through, say, 2014, 2015. I was making so much money on YouTube through ad revenue before the ad revenue fell out on YouTube that, yes, I could afford to take days off. I could afford to go to a convention or go to a special event, a tournament, and record there, go on trips or whatever. I can't do that anymore. I have no freedom to do that because financially I'm so...
Why didn't you budget and save? This is the same thing Chantal will say, is like, at some point she made a lot of money. Okay. You also, during that era, kept bragging about how much money you were making, and now you have nothing to show for it. And this is our problem?
So bogged down, and I need to be here every possible day that I can. It sucks, but that's just reality. It's tough. It's tough because yesterday I was sick as a dog, and I was debating, do I stream or not? But I couldn't even talk. I was like, how am I going to do this if I can't talk? All right? You guys need to hear me talk to do a valid gameplay stream. So, it's tough. It is absolutely tough. Luckily, tomorrow I will finally get a day off, although yet again, with the fact that I only get one day off a week, tomorrow's going to be an insane day. I have like a million things to do tomorrow during my day off. So rather than actually spending some nice relaxing time with my family, I'll be driving from place.
It's just, I don't appreciate this guilting. Like, I don't feel guilty at all, but like, that is obviously his intention. He's just guilting, like, ugh, I have to work. I need to do, okay, so does every other adult. Like, and the one day that I have off, like, I have to do my chores and errands. Okay, you're just describing the adult experience under capitalism, which is ubiquitous, unfortunately. Like, what do you want me to tell you?
Place going from appointment to appointment, doing a million things all in one day because it's the only day that I get off to do it.
Today, I want to talk to you guys this morning about the state of how things are going here on my streams, about how things have been lately, how some things behind the scenes have affected me, and why basically I'm kind of doing what I'm doing for the coming week before these big new releases hit. Because I've noticed over the last several days, people coming on the streams and being very negative, being very skeptical and critical of the fact that, if you haven't noticed, I'm not really playing any new high-profile games this week, even though there's less than a week until new releases. If you're not aware, it's the 9th of November is the release of Forza Horizon 5 on Xbox Game Pass. 1 week from tomorrow, we're building. What compensation do I get? From you! You guys crowdfund me to do what I love to do. That's loud. To do what I love to do, and because you crowdfund me, I'm able to stay true to myself. But if you didn't crowdfund me and instead I relied on, you know, all this income or all this input from companies or sponsors or someone giving me the shit for free, you know what I mean? Because they made it and they want me to kiss its ass.
You've demonstrated that you're greedy enough that you would still take that. You want people's tips. You want to continue to beg. You want all the ad revenue, and you still want sponsorships and games. Like I don't believe that you're gonna close your hand to any of those promotions or sponsorships.
I wouldn't be who I am today. I would be a completely different person. I would probably be Greg Miller. I would probably be these big time fucking streamers who I don't even want to mention their names because they're assholes and they'll probably talk shit about me on social media if I say anything. And then admittedly, on top of that, the last 2 days, support on my streams has been slow as hell. We're talking like I'm streaming 2 hours.
It's so funny that he uses the word support in lieu of tips. Like that's how he sees support. I think that's very telling.
And we haven't even hit the Gunner Glass's goal yet. Some days we barely do. The night streams have been really slow. Last night I made $30.
Did you come to beg for money?
Yes.
You know,
Right now on KO Gaming, I have over 5.
And you should be grateful because people give what they can. You're just sitting around playing games. All right, like get real. Okay, get real. In this world, you're sitting around playing games and you're upset that someone gave you $30 for you're playing games. You're playing games.
1,000 subscribers. If half of those subscribers gave $1 a month, right?
This is Chantal. This is Chantal in her original begging for $10,000 stream.
Is nothing. What, pack of gum? That would be a tremendous help to me. $1 helps. I'm not kidding you. It really does. Playing House of Action.
Well, Chantal turned her nose up at the $1 because they came with hate comments. Like, girl, you're begging, okay?
Which is crazy because the attendance was good. The actual attendance of the stream was pretty decent for a late night stream of a game I've already beaten once, but contributions have been pretty slow. I'm just being honest, okay? So here's what I'm noticing. I'm like, well, this is not good. Because allow me to now elaborate a little bit on what's been going on with me these last few weeks and how it's affected me and what I wanted to do on streams and how basically I haven't really had the flexibility to do what I want, okay? October was not a great month. I talked about it all October. I said, man, October this year is the polar opposite of how October usually goes. Usually, here's how the year goes for me.
I would just get sick if the person I was watching was constantly fixated on money. Like every single stream, money. Why aren't you tipping me? Give me money. I can't pay bills. I have to pay my house. I'm going to lose my house. I can't buy groceries. I can't do this. I have to keep the light on. I can't. That would just like bum me out because I think a lot of us use social media as like an escape of sorts or like entertainment. So like, it's not entertaining to me. Like I just finished working the whole day. Okay, I'm tired and I'm working for my shift. Can I just like log into this video and watch this thing where, hey, by the way, I'm like contributing to the money that you're making by interacting and like boosting the algorithm. Can we just like focus on the game?
The summer's pretty decent, and then all of a sudden in October, things really ramp up because a ton of new games come out, back to back to back. Usually they're high-profile, AAA, giant, hyped games. This brings in more people to my content and my streams to watch these hyped games. In turn, this brings in more contributions, more ad revenue because there's more views on my content. In general, October is the first of 3 giant months where things go whoop for me with content creation. I don't know how it works with everyone else out there. I would assume it's kind of the same for anyone who does video game stuff, but this year was actually the opposite. The actual opposite. Very exciting game, guys. We're very excited tonight. Look at all this interactivity we got. No one talking to me at all. So anyway, Spawn Killer, you're the top tipper, $3.50. Let me get you on the leaderboard. Yes, I should call out, guys. This game costs a full $60. I'm not kidding.
This is so insane. This is so insane. Okay, that's a business expense. And you chose to buy it. No one was like, gun to your head, you have to buy this game for $60.
You may not believe it, but it doesn't make it less true that I spent $60 on this game. I'm just saying. Boy. Now, that
So
was October.
crazy.
Now we're in November, okay? Here's the situation I'm facing, all right? This is me being completely transparent with all of you. I'm broke, basically.
What's the next financial crisis that's going to happen that's going to screw everything over? What's the next situation where your life might be threatened?
I don't have funds to do anything with right now, okay? And the only thing I would need to say, guys, please, if you at all can, if you want to help me out the most, please tip me. Right now, behind the scenes, there's stuff going on that I don't want to really disclose, but I am completely and utterly...
No one is just gonna give you money when you're at least not giving the whole tea. Like, get real. The entitlement. It's outstanding.
...strapped for cash, and it's in a bad situation because I have bills coming up, and I'm nervous, and...
You know the thing about a bill? You know the thing about an electric bill, a water bill, a mortgage bill? It comes at the same time every month. So you know, it's like Christmas Day. You know what Christmas Day is. Okay, it's not gonna sneak up on you. So you know what it is. So you could have hustled a little bit more before that. You could have just gotten another job. This is obviously not working out for you. Get another job. But he won't because he's too lazy. That's the thing about like a lot of these girls. They get so lazy and they get used to the tips and whatever's going on with them. They get into this frenzy. It's like, I got it once. I'm forever entitled to it regardless of my behavior. Regardless of what I put out, I'm entitled to it.
And
that's not how it works.
If you tip me now, that's the funds that are going straight to my bills until I get paid by Twitch in the next week. So
Lies.
please consider tipping me tonight. In October, at the end of the month, I was hit with a over $1,500 legal bill for shit that I had to do to try to clean up the giant mess made by someone who committed identity theft with me and screwed up
Identity
all my
theft
financials.
is not a joke, Jim.
I had things that were fucked up to the point where I had multiple things that weren't paid, fees on top of fees, saying I'm in default and stuff, which I should not have been, but all my shit was compromised. So it got frozen, and it took me a while to figure all this shit out, and I had to pay a ton of money.
I mean, yeah, that absolutely sucks. And like, it's not gonna blame you for identity theft. Like, you're the victim in this situation, but it's $1,500. You're a streamer. You're a full-time streamer. I'm sure you make 6 figures. It's not my problem that as someone whose job is completely online and you make 6 figures because you have YouTube and Twitch as like, you know, a varied source of income, that you can't come up with $1,500. That's not my problem. Get an emergency fund. Like,
to get stuff fixed and get back on track, which thankfully I am now, but it costs money. I actually said this on Twitter. I said, in America, it's fucked up because you become the victim of a crime and you have to pay money to fix your own shit. Like, I was the victim of a federal crime, but now I'm set back tons of money because of a criminal. And I have no defense against it, okay? Now, I'm just going to tell you guys this right now. I'm not going to put up with any more fucking slander and defamation and bullshit. These scumbags who say, oh, I know all about identity theft. You don't have to spend any money to do anything. Fuck you and your mother. Really. Fuck you and your mother.
I just feel like that's such an intense response to trolls online commenting about your identity theft situation. Like, if people don't know, then you can just ignore them. I don't feel like you have to curse them and their mom. I don't know. I just feel like that's excessive.
Because you're a piece of shit. I'm the one who's going through it right now. I'm the one who's going to have a bad time trying to pay back all this fucking money I owe now for all the shit I had to go through. I know what I fucking owe because I have the bill in front of me. And you're not
This is Chantal when she's in Canada. This is how she's going to run her mouth pretty soon, you guys.
going to sit here on the internet and lie about it. Silver-tongued talker, right? Oh, I'm just going to say it one way, and hopefully you'll believe it, even though it's not the truth. And it's literally what's happening here. The guy's a liar. The guy's a fucking blatant liar and lying to everyone. But people are believing it because they don't know any better. Because you're a scumbag who just wants to fucking contradict everything I say to try to make me look bad. Fuck you. You don't know
I don't think I'm the one making you look bad, buddy.
shit. You don't. You're not here in my shoes putting up with this shit every day. I'm tired of the slander and defamation against me, and everyone's
Why do the girls assume that they're the only ones going through shit? Why do they always assume that they're so unique? No one else has hardships. No one else is struggling to pay bills. No one else is stressed out. No one else has haters. No one else has people that are bullying them. Like, why are you guys so unique? Why is everyone else loved and you are the only victims? Like, is that possible?
I'm a liar. Fuck you.
Okay, so that's all I have for Darksydephil. I feel like we've seen a lot. I feel like we've been exposed to a lot. And in conclusion, he's kind of a girl, but he doesn't have the baseline level of entertainment for me. I think maybe because he's coming at it from a gaming angle, so I didn't feel very entertained. He's also just like tedious. It's like the same things. But he is a girl, like he has the spirit of a girl. But I don't think I'll be revisiting him unless he does something like crazy or you guys want me to look at something specific by him. But what I will say is I think he's a good match for Chantal. I think he is the male version of Chantal, and I think otherwise he's the great version. Yeah. Let me know if you guys agree or not. Let me know what you guys think of me react Darksydephil, if there's anything else that he's done that you want me to react to. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to your comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!